high technology startup of which I was a founder and CEO. I interviewed a young woman just out of school for the job and asked her why she wanted to become an accountant. Her answer was a surprise to all of us. Because accounting is so symmetrical, so logical, so beautiful, and it always comes out right, she said. We hired her on the spot, thinking it would be fun to have almost a poet keeping our books. She worked out fine. I hope you take away from this book a part of what my young accountant saw. Knowing a little accounting and financial reporting can be very satisfying. Yes, it does all come out right at the end, and there is real beauty and poetry in its structure. But let's discuss, perhaps, the real reason you've bought and are now listening to this book. My bet is that it has to do with power. You want the power you see associated with knowing how numbers flow in business. Be it poetry or power, this accounting and financial reporting stuff is not rocket science. You've learned all the math required to master accounting by the end of the 4th grade. Mostly addition and subtraction, with a bit of multiplication and division thrown in to keep it lively. The specialized vocabulary, on the other hand, can be confusing. You will need to learn the accounting definitions of revenue, income, cost, and expense. You'll also need to understand the structure and appreciate the purpose of the 3 major numeric statements that describe a company's financial condition. Here's a hint. Watch where the money flows. Watch where goods and services go. Documenting these movements of cash and product is all that financial statements do. It is no more complicated than that. Everything else is details. But why is it all so boring, you ask? Well, it's only boring if you do not understand it. Yes, the day-to-day, repetitive accounting tasks are boring. However, how to finance and extract cash from the actions of the enterprise is not boring at all. It is the essence of business and the generation of wealth. Not boring at all. Thomas Ittelson, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Introduction. Many non-financial managers have an accounting phobia, a financial vertigo that limits their effectiveness. If you think inventory turn means rotating stock on the shelf, and that accrual has something to do with the Wicked Witch of the West, then this book is for you. Financial Statements, a step-by-step guide to understanding and creating financial reports, is designed for those business professionals A, who know very little about accounting and financial statements but feel they should, and those B, who need to know a little more but for whom the normal accounting and financial reporting texts are mysterious and unenlightening. In fact, the 2 categories make up the majority of all people in business. You are by no means alone. Financial Statements, a step-by-step guide to understanding and creating financial reports, is a transaction-based business training tool with clarifying and straightforward real-life examples of how financial statements are built and how they interact to present a true financial picture of the enterprise. We will not get bogged down in details that get in the way of conceptual understanding. Just as it is not necessary to know how the microchips in your computer work to multiply a few numbers, it's not necessary to be a CPA, certified public accountant, to have a working knowledge of the accounting model of the enterprise. Transactions. This book describes a sequence of transactions of our sample company, Appleseed Enterprises Incorporated, as it goes about making and selling delicious applesauce. We will sell stock to raise money, buy machinery to make our product, and then satisfy our customers by shipping wholesome applesauce. We'll get paid, and we will hope to make a profit. Then we will expand the business. Each step along the way will generate account postings on Appleseed's books. We'll discuss each transaction to get a hands-on feel for how a company's financial statements are constructed. We'll learn how to report using the 3 main financial statements of a business: the balance sheet, income statement, and cash flow statement,